Are you guys good?
Yeah.
Bo, long time. We haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. Welcome back to Birmingham. And how excited are you to be here and just being play football again?
It's just another opportunity, man, to get a chance to play with these great guys, and it's a great team. These guys have a great personality. Everybody welcome me in. Very excited to get it started. It's been a great time so far, and all the guys they're pretty nice, and everybody work hard and be on time. So it seems like something that I'm used to.
Walk us through how you ended up here. What was the contact like? Coach Skip Holtz reach out to you? Did you reach out to him? How did this process come to be?
My agent put me in the portal, and then I was in the portal for maybe about. Keep going.
Hold on 1 second.
Clip didn't. Hey, let me just put it right there. All right.
All right. Where was I?
Just how you ended up back here in Birmingham.
My agent put me in the portal for about 2 weeks or so, and then coach called me, asked me was I ready to go, and that they can maybe have a chance to grab me there, and a couple of days later, I ended up here, and everything is history from there.
Growing up in Tuscaloosa, playing for Alabama, did you ever think you'd be playing professional football in Birmingham?
Not once have I ever thought about playing professional football in Birmingham, Alabama. But to be from Tuscaloosa and Utah, Alabama, this is a dream come true. A lot of family members, a lot of friends, people can get a chance to see me play. They don't have to take any flights or a long drive. It's just like 45 minutes up the road. So this is more of an experience for my family than me.
What are you going to bring to the Stallions running game?
I just hopefully, just to add on to the winning team, just to come in and fit in with the team, and try to be a team player, whatever the case may be, to win. Like I always say, there's to get a guy a cup of water to win the game. That's what I'm gonna do.
So they're obviously only undefeated team. In the few days you've been with them, what have you seen that you're like, yeah, this team's got it?
Oh, I'm real professional. Everything is done professional. These guys be on time. They work hard. If the meet start at 8, they're going to be in now at 7:50. So that's professional type of stuff, because if you come in at 8, then you're late. So, but these guys, man, they real professional, carry themselves very well. They in the training room getting treatment all the time. So it make you want to join the team and get with the program. And, the standard is very high here. So kind of like Alabama, which is something that I'm used to doing. So pretty good.
What's the learning curve going to be for you in the playbook, or is this something that you kind of run similarly to?
Playbook pretty easy. Something that I've been doing for a long time. So it wasn't a hiccup at all. It was pretty easy to come in, and I had extra film work with Coach Kirsty. So they got me caught up, and I was able to come out and practice and look like I've been here before.
Are you playing this weekend?
We'll see.
If you are, are there any nerves getting back out there in real live action football? Like, what's your mindset?
The only nerve I have in my mindset is to just run someone over. That's it. That's what I'm about. You get in front, I'm trying to run you over and run through you, maybe take your heart out or
something. Your ultimate goal obviously is to maybe get some eyes back on you. How important is this playing time that you get here in the USFL?
My ultimate goal is to add on to the team and keep winning and focus on what's going on right now and not what's later. I have to be where my feet are. I get a chance to help the team win, in every case it may be.
Is Alabama going undefeated this year?
Alabama should go undefeated every year.
From the team, do you still keep in contact with a lot of those guys? And obviously from an offensive standpoint, so many good backs. They got a lot of young ones that have produced last year, and then obviously what Bryce Young was able to do win the Heisman Trophy. How much contact do you still have with them, and you able to watch almost every Bama game still?
Yes, I'm able to watch some of the Bama games. I talk to Kool-Aid and Trey Sanders most of the time. Two of the guys that stayed there, especially when Brian Robinson was there, I was kind of mostly in contact with him the whole time. But I definitely keep up with Alabama. I'm in contact with Ginger and Jeff Allen a lot, the trainer that's over there. So you still in the family no matter if you're there or not. So
a lot of these guys, weren't playing football at the time of the USFL draft. They were working out on their own and stuff. What have you been doing to stay in game-ready shape?
I've been training at Exos in Frisco and Dallas. So the process has been pretty good. Joining them, do pretty good work over there for us, keeping you in shape and keeping your weight balance and everything where it's at. So I would say Exos out there in Frisco, and the heat probably like 10 times hotter than this.
It is.
Did you get any? Who got the call and news got out? Did you get any calls from some of the former players? Maybe like Najee, Damien, or anyone like that?
Yeah. Derek, he hit me up and told me congratulations. O.J. Howard, he texted me. Brian Robinson, he texted me. I had a few other guys. DJ Petway, Ronnie Clark, Ronnie Harrison. There's a few guys that hit me up that I'm still in contact with. I can't name all of them, but it was maybe about 15 to 20 guys that texted me.
To you?
Just congratulations, and another opportunity for you to be on the field and show what you can do, and show what you've been doing this whole time.
What intrigued you most about joining the USFL?
It's just another opportunity. It's a great league. Everything is real organized and professional here. It feels like I'm still in the NFL. Just in Birmingham, Alabama. And like I say, I don't know how professional this league can get. The couple of days I have been here, it's been real professional. Everything is straight line. There's no unorganized anything. Training room is on point. Coaches in meeting, everything is great. So I don't have anything negative to say about it. It's actually like a family.
Biggest difference between Nick Saban and Skip Holtz?
Let's see. Coach Saban kind of give off that a little intimidation, vibe, and Coach, he's a little loose a little bit. But as you get to know Coach Saban, you'll find out that he's a personality guy. He's like to joke around a lot. But they kind of in the same category, far as the standard wise and what they're looking for.
Skip not intimidating?
Oh yeah, sometimes.
He's only been here a week. Give him some time. Give plenty of time to scare him. All right, Lyndon, you good?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Awesome.
On the wrong side.
I was about to say, I didn't want to start.
That's probably my better side.
Yeah. Face for radio. Just kidding.
Coach, let's just start with your brand new running back. You're going to integrate to the offense. Obviously, we know him well. We got to watch him play in multiple big games. How excited are you to add him to your backfield?
Really excited. I was really ecstatic when the opportunity came and knew that he was available. And we had a pick and just felt like we had an opportunity to improve our football team. I mean, I think he's when you look at where we struggled on some of our short yardage situations and some of the running game, just bringing a guy in there that's a big physical running back the way that he is, and with all the football that he's played, the knowledge that he has, I thought he'd be a great addition. And when he got here, even better than I thought, because he's an outstanding young man. He's picked up the offense really in 2 days. He's doing a really good job of picking it up, and I'm impressed. I'm excited to see not only what he's going to do this week, but excited to see what he's going to do moving forward as we get into the second half of this season.
You were at La Tech when he was running at Alabama. How much familiarity did you have, and you have a chance to watch him at all when he was with the Crimson Tide?
Oh, I certainly did. I mean, having the opportunity to be a football coach and watching a lot of college football, the name Bo Scarbrough and 1,500 yards in the SEC, it's not easy sledding when you rush for 1,500 yards in that conference. I was in that conference for 5 years and understand how strong it is defensively and the athletes that are in that league. And like I said, I'm overjoyed that we were able to get him. That was a celebration night when we put the name in for the pick, and then there's a draft order and just trying to make sure that we could get him. I think we strengthened our football team, which was one of the purposes, not only there, but also on the offensive line. We needed another tackle, and I think Tyree coming in gives us a big athletic tackle with great feet and something that we really needed. The week before, we had to move O'Shea from guard out to tackle, and then all of a sudden that affects the right guard's got to go to left guard, the right tackle's got to go to left tackle, and people aren't playing in their home position. So just felt like it gave us the ability to become a little bit more stable on the offensive line and strengthen our running back, and I certainly feel like we helped our football team for the second half.
I keep saying the Stallions got even more Alabama when you added Bo. I mean, you're undefeated. You get the guy, could you have drawn up this season so far any more perfect?
No, maybe to get Bo at the beginning. You know what I mean? Maybe to start with him from the very beginning and have him here for a month of camp. But no, it's really worked out well. And I can't say enough positive things about really the character and the attitude of this football team, the way they've worked, the job the coaches have done, really integrating. My biggest challenge, what I felt was going to be, was bringing a football team together in 3 weeks before we had to play our opening game. And I think in that opening game we learned a lot about ourselves, but we learned a lot about our football team too. And the character and the just the passion, the leadership, the competitive nature of this football team and the way they keep fighting. They got a blue-collar mentality, a hard hat wearing, show up every weekday or weekend and go to work. And I've really been proud of what they've done. And I think we added 2 very talented players this week for sure.
You guys are, oh, sorry.
What does it say about, like you said, blue-collar mentality when you had, I think it was almost 10 players out, for those guys to fill in the gaps and still get the victory? What does that say about the grit of this team?
Well, kind of a next man up mentality. We've got some. I'm gonna say we got some superstars on this team. When you look at the way that Gates is playing, when you look at the way Scooby Wright's playing, when you look at the way JoJo Tillery, the game he had, Tay Hayes a couple weeks ago, we've had some guys step up and have some great games for us. But when somebody goes down, as I told the team, every guy on this team was drafted. I mean, every guy on this team earned his way here. It's not like we don't have walk-ons. We didn't say we're going to draft these 22 and then just let's see who we can fill in with. We drafted every member of this team, and they're here for a reason. And some come at a little different pace than others, but sometimes that as a coach, you've got to have some faith and confidence in a young man, and you got to put him out there and see what he's going to do. And I was really pleased with the way they stepped in because we practiced all last week with 38 players. And it's not only the number of reps they get on game day, but it's the number of reps they get during the course of the week. And instead of having 45 and you got 7 guys out and guys had to step in there, I'm just really proud of the way these guys, what they overcame last week. Because I think just being able to come away with a win for me was a huge success with the week that we had last week and what we had to go through with so many guys out. And kind of we're sitting there on Thursday not knowing who was going to be in and who was going to be out. And you're trying to make decisions and what you're going to do game plan wise, and you don't even know who you have yet. And so I thought for the way they came out and the way they played and the way the defense was flying around and picked up the slack when the offense was struggling was impressive.
Are all those guys that were out expected to be back this week?
Yes, everybody's back. I mean, this week we've got a full roster of 45 with us this week. And so, I mean, we've got one, Aaron Adeo right now, really is a question mark right now, probably doubtful for this weekend from an injury standpoint. But everybody that was out with an illness is back.
You guys are undefeated. I'm sorry.
You go, Johnny.
No, it's really just you guys are undefeated. It's the most important part. But how are you as an offensive staff trying to muster up some more points?
Well, I mean, we played, when you look at early in the season, we scored 28, I think 33, and we scored some points early. But, last 2 weeks ago against New Orleans, we only scored 22, and this week we only scored 16. But it was also the opening game, really, for Alex. With Jamar not being here all week and not getting any reps, we went with Alex, who got all the work. I think the game sped up for him a little bit early with some of the pressures that they got to us on, just trying to calm him down and slow him down in the second half. I thought it was much better. So we just got to keep doing what we're doing. When we turn and look, this isn't scheme. We're not going to add a whole bunch of new stuff. We just got to get better at what we're doing. We got to become more efficient as an offensive football team. But I think the talent's here. We just got to execute better as a team.
Can you give any insight to Scooby calling himself a shark dog?
No, I wish I could give insight to that. I wasn't real sure. I was like everybody else. It's like, Scooby, what is that? It's like shark dog, coach, shark dog. I said, what is a shark dog? And he said, half shark, half dog. I mean, I guess it hunts on land and hunts in water. I mean, I'm not real sure. Scooby is a unique individual, but he also keeps things really interesting around here. He keeps things lively. His passion is really unmatched. I mean, when you look at leadership on this team and a guy that really drives it, I've said this before, he comes out to practice every day like this is the only reason he got out of bed. Like he got out of bed to be out here for 2 hours. You've got, it's hot. Oh, why are we out here? Scooby's like, are you kidding me? I mean, and I thought his interview a couple weeks ago when he said his motivating factor was he had this game taken away from him for 2 years. And now the appreciation he has just to be blessed to play it is bringing a whole new energy to this football team and a big reason that we're in the boat of 4-0 right now.
Coach, is there anything, y'all are playing the Stars this week, is there anything that jumps out to you when watching them or you had a chance to look at them and see their strengths?
Really, when you look at them offensively, it's space. I mean, I think they're playing with their backup quarterback, but I haven't seen a drop off at all. I mean, he's very intelligent, throws a good ball. They play a lot of empty 4 and 5 wides out of the backfield. They throw the ball an awful lot, which scares you, is big plays, and the talent that they have in space is what scares you. And we're going to have to be really good defensively and keep the ball in front of us and not give up a bunch of big plays for points. And then defensively, they're just really sound in what they do. They're not real fancy. It's not going to be a scheme game for us. You're going to know exactly where they are, and you just got to block them. I think they run to the ball, they play very hard, they hunt in packs, and they're really good when they get to play together in a group. And so our job offensively, as I said a minute ago, is to execute better against a very sound, fundamental football team. And offensively, we're going to have to be really good and keep the ball in front of us with all the space they create as an offense. So it's going to be a great challenge and a great matchup where two teams both ranked in the power ratings as the top half of this league. It's going to be a real challenge for us, but every game's a challenge. I mean, I don't care who you're playing. I mean, every game's going to be talented, and as I go back and say, it's like NASCAR. We just got to do a great job of driving this car this week, and that's been the key. And I applaud these players for their mindset. We come in here on Tuesday, and it's like, you know what? Last week's a race, new start, clean slate, nothing. Let's go play the football game, and they've done a really nice job with that. And we got to continue that mentality, even with some of the success and some of the press we're receiving because of the success we've had.
Thank you guys so much.
Appreciate it, Coach.